Say hi. Hello guys. So at the moment I'm granting an interview with my husband. It's actually let me show you guys the situation of this place. This is what is going on here in the background. Anyway, the interview is going on at the moment. I will just try and see if I can get a small clip for you guys. But say hi.
Hello.
I say hi, you're saying hello. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Judith Leonard. I'm an international student based in England. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by. So I'm here with my husband, Mr. Haz.
Hello guys.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, so we are here to give you guys heads up on happenings, our experiences so far based on our movement from Nigeria to the UK, right? So what do you have to say?
It's been one story of a journey, if I can use that word.
Okay.
But all in all, we are glad that we're here.
Yeah.
That's just to say, whatever you do, if you persevere, you're sure you're going to make it.
Yeah. So what can you say about the admission processes, like starting from day one? What can you say?
The admission process has been a drama on its own. At every point in time, there's a challenge in every step you take. In as much, even as simple as it sounds, admission process, it seems like it's just a click away. But at that instance, the moment you begin this admission process, you find out that you get confused along the way. Is it with the school you want to choose, or is it with the waiting in response for the school to give to you? Okay. They've all been a journey through, and none of them was easy. But like I said, if you keep persevering rather, the end would actually justify the beginning, if I can use that word. So initially, the admission process was confusing in the sense that we applied to several schools, and it was quite confusing. That's why I said every stage has its own story. We didn't know which particular school to pick. It's not unlike back in our country. You just say, okay, this is where you want to go to, and try to pursue it and make sure that you get that particular school or so. Like if I want to borrow a leave now, they'll say like when you're doing the jam, you're doing first choice, second choice. Okay. In this case, it's not the same thing again. If you're from my generation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not this generation where you fall into a particular category. Like in my generation, it has to be first choice and second choice. And for this whole international thing, it's not like that. You have to apply to several schools and see which calls you eventually. And even when they call you eventually, there are terms and conditions, like the T and C's. As they apply, you have to see if it suits what you have in stock for you. Like financially and otherwise. Financially, habitation, and when I say environment, as the case would be.
Okay, that brings me to the next question. What do you have to say about this financial aspect of this whole thing? I don't even want to say struggle. I need you to talk on that one.
Okay. What would I say? Okay, I will start by saying we're not politicians. We don't have any money saved somewhere or stored up somewhere for such kind of journey. The only thing we have was hope. You've applied to, eventually one calls you, you see their T and C's, and it says, and you check it if it falls in line with what you have stored, like let's say what you have in line stored, like of your finance, check capability. Now, you now begin to measure it with where you want to go to, and you find out that considering the difference in our currencies, you find out that whatever that you must have cooked up or saved is not equal to where you want to go to. That begins the first challenge.
What can you say about the visa processing? It's crazy. I just wanted to tell them that every step is crazy or was crazy. But go ahead. What can you say about the visa processing?
Like I said, I will keep saying that every stage has its own challenge. You know, you've heard about visa refusal before.
It got to a stage where we were not even sleeping. We were just praying.
There's this thing called visa refusal. It's not about who you are. It's not about how much you have stored somewhere. That's a different sphere or planet on its own or issue on its own. You know, you've done all your homework. You've gone for your biometrics, as the case may be. Now, your fate is not in your hands anymore.
Exactly. You are not sleeping well.
Your fate doesn't belong to you anymore.
You've lost your peace.
Your fate belongs to people you've never seen or heard of.
You don't even know where they are operating.
You don't know where they're operating from exactly. It's a no-go area. This visa process, like, after doing all your biometrics and doing all that is in your hands to do, you know, you feel you know what you're doing. And
yes,
know,
that's true.
And eventually, you pass the last phase of it, which is the biometric, physical biometric. And then you find that your fate is no longer in your hands. You know, it's not something you can do. It's not, you can't plead with anybody. You don't know what's going on. You're just waiting for a decision to be taken on you.
On you. You are not even seeing them. It's not like the Nigerian processing where you know the office. You can call someone to say what is happening. The BP level is different.
You're even told strictly that do not go to the office.
Yes.
As in the building that you know that you did your biometric per se. You know, but that's not where the decision is being taken. That is not where.
Would you remember how on our way back from Abuja, our vehicle spoiled 3 times? We entered the first vehicle. On getting to somewhere, it spoiled. We entered another one. In fact, at the end of the day,
that's not the journey you wish for your enemy.
And we went with our kids. Where is the money to pay for flights now? At that time, flight was 100 and something for each person, which means if
190.
One flight was 190 for each person. So which means for me and my husband, it's supposed to be 300 and something. We've not added the kids on. At that point, we decided we were going to go by road. We went to Abuja by road. We were coming by road, and we slept on the road, like legit. We were with our kids, but we slept on the road. At that point, we were like, God. Nobody knew what we were passing through at the time. A lot of people, you know, they see me, but they don't know what I was passing through or what we were passing through.
Even at this point, you don't know you're going to go to UK.
Yes.
You're not sure. You're just doing.
You are not sure. You're just doing everything blindly.
You know you're supposed to do as a human. You know. Awaiting decision to be given to you on your visa processing. I
remember when I decided to stop my masters. At that point I'd finished my first year, first semester. I was supposed to do my projects for at the time. I ditched it. I said, no, God, I'm going to the UK. I closed my first shop, the biggest, like very big. I wish I can even get a picture. Maybe I'll just put a picture somewhere. I closed it down. My husband was watching me like this. I said, yes. I'm not supposed to renew my rent, which is like almost 500,000. I decided not to renew that rent. My husband was like, are you serious? Are you for real? I said, yes, I'm going to UK. I'm going to UK. I closed it. The second shop, at that time, I think it was when I got my offer letter that I decided. When I closed the first shop, I hadn't gotten an offer letter. I hadn't gotten cash. School never even tell me welcome. Ah, God. I closed the first shop, I closed the second shop, I closed the third shop. The third shop, I closed it when I hadn't gotten visa. When did I close the third shop?
The third shop, I think,
No, No, I hadn't gotten visa when I started selling down things, like when we started selling.
No, visa hasn't come out.
So I hadn't gotten my visa as at the time I closed the third shop. Like from one step to the other. I beg, make una come patronize me. See my shop. See shop. See if I can show them. All these things na my money, na my money. That the money where they find na full everywhere. Make una come buy from me, oh. Hey, see money, ma get come show them. See all this was na bra. Na pants be this. See am. See bra, see dresses. Show them. See shop full, no space. See boxers. Make una come buy, I don't tire. Make una come buy, yo. Come buy. Let's just talk about the challenges we faced, right? You remember when, okay, we talked about how we ended the masters, like all of a sudden we stopped the master's program. Then secondly, how I closed down the 3 shops. Remember on our way back from Abuja, we talked about it already, right?
Yeah.
Where we slept on the road. We've mentioned that earlier. Then Amber stopped going to school. We left in December. Amber stopped going to school in July. Like I've not seen visa, I've not seen anything, but I just told myself we needed the money. We couldn't have used that money to go and pay school fees. The school fees was high, and I told my husband, there's no need going to pay the school fees in Nigeria when we know we still need this money
together.
Sorry?
Still need all the money we need together.
We need all the money that we can lay our hands on to, embark on this journey. This journey took a lot from us.
Sure, it did. It's not a main fit.
Yeah.
It's not a main fit. But you have to stick to your plan, stick to your guns.
But you remember those nights that I wake up, I'll be crying.
Yeah, there are nights she couldn't even sleep.
Sleep where? How can you be sleeping when you don't know what is?
You'll be sleeping and somebody is sobbing around the corner.
Yeah.
You wake up, it's your wife. What do you do? Psychologically, you become worried. But as the man, or whether it's that way, or the woman, as the case may be, somebody has to keep oiling the dream.
Yeah.
Believing that it's going to work.
Yeah.
Even before she had to stop her master's midway, it was another challenge.
Yeah.
When you're already wrapping up a particular master's, and you now have a bigger dream.
Oh God.
So we didn't continue paying for the master's or the project that she was going to embark on that master's. Yeah. We had to shut it down. I said, it's UK.
Okay.
It's where we want to go to.
I remember when we were waiting for visa. The day my visa came out, oh God, I was so happy. We were so happy. We were dancing. Like, we were so happy. But at that point, we were thinking that your visa was going to come out
either the following day or the next.
In fact, finish this part.
But
what happened?
It didn't come out.
It was crazy.
It was confusing.
At that point, we had started selling our things.
Frustrating.
We were selling things. In fact, our neighbors noticed that today one person will come and carry fridge. The next day, another person will come and carry inverter. The next day,
we just keep having strangers coming to the compound. My compound is like a mini estate or a small estate.
Yeah.
We're not used to strangers coming in and out
into our compound.
Like that.
Yeah.
Rarely get visitors as it will be. I'm not just talking about my family. The compound at large rarely gets visitors. Everybody goes out and comes to the man stays and everything. But suddenly, strangers began to come into the compound every now and then, and they come empty-handed,
and they are going with something. So the
apparently.
security man will be like, "Madam, what is happening?" We're like, "We need to change some things in our house." My security man will be like, "How?" I said, "Yes, like we need to change some of our old furnitures." At some point, when they came to carry the chairs, one of my neighbors met me and was like, what is happening? Mommy Amber. I said, we need to refold our furniture.
Yeah.
At that point, I hadn't seen visa. So I couldn't tell anybody we are moving to the UK. We needed to sell off those things to even raise money to apply for visa.
Sure.
Yeah. So faith, like I understood what Abraham went through before they called him the man of faith. We hadn't seen visa, but we were selling everything. We were selling everything to raise funds. This movement is capital intensive. Like, if you don't even have the mind, we didn't keep this money somewhere. Like,
seriously,
we didn't keep this money, and maybe we are going there to collect 1 million. The money was coming as what's the grammar?
the money was coming in at every stage that at every step that is needed for.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have a particular or a fixed figure.
Yeah.
You know, that you say this is the amount I've kept to go on this UK trip.
Yeah.
You don't even know the total sum that will be required.
Yeah.
You know, every step has its own financial attached to it. So until you get there, you don't know what that door holds for you. And suddenly, once you open the door, the gift item that comes out, you may not be able to withstand it.
In fact,
because you don't have the money stock.
You don't have it. Our family members were not even in the picture till at some point, because I didn't want to tell them, and they'll start budging themselves with how much, how are we going to do it. I had gotten to that point where it was choking me. I was doing before I got my family members involved. Like, it will choke you. In short, I think the only people that will not feel the pressure of this whole Japa process should be either politicians or people that are well-to-do in Nigeria. But if you are just managing life, like you are just managing resources with your partner,
ordinary citizen, a common citizen.
Yeah, I bet we're not common in Jesus' name. You are just managing life. You are just managing life with your partner. It is not easy. But we really want to thank God for how far we've come. People didn't believe that we were going to come this far.
No, people didn't believe.
People didn't believe. When people finally saw my picture, that people were shocked. They were reaching out to me. They were contacting me. Now people are just seeing the beautiful side of this whole thing. But I went through hell. I went to hell and came back. If there's any word like that, because every day I was crying. I was praying. Apart from the financial aspect, what about the visa? You are not even sure of if they are going to give you visa. You are not sure of, is it, at the time we were waiting for offer letter, I was calling the school every day. You are calling them and they are telling you they are not ready. They've not even gotten to your turn.
Yeah.
Remember, as at this time I was calling them for offer letter, Amber has stopped going to school.
Sure.
People were asking, the school was even asking already, what's happening? Why is Amber not in school? You just have to look for something to say. Now, people will look at it that, oh, you are planning to Japan, you didn't tell us. You can't tell what you are not sure of. You will even look at me like a very stupid person for stopping my child from attending school without having visa at hand. But it's something you need to gather momentum, like morale for.
Yeah, that brings me to the point of you having a dream and who you share your dream with.
Exactly.
You really have to be careful who you share.
Well, let me even say this, sorry. This dream was bigger than the both of us put together. So go ahead, please. Yeah. Sure,
because if your dream is not bigger than you, then it's not a dream.
Yeah, it's not.
And people just when you begin to, the thing about dream is that once it's bigger than you, it seems unachievable.
Yeah.
Hence, people who are with you, who you share this dream with, would ordinarily look at you, is this not you that I know, and you know me? You can't achieve this.
Yeah.
And they already have ways cooked up to discourage you from achieving this your dream.
Yeah, exactly.
So the best thing we did was to keep our dream to our chest.
Yeah.
Because we know all this, you know. To an extent, we are well read.
Yeah.
So we know how to manage this kind of things.
Yeah. At some point, when we sold our car, we hadn't seen your visa.
No. My visa wasn't out when we sold the car. Not at all.
We sold our car without visa. We're like, what are we doing? God, you are involved. But I kept calling on God. God was the only hope we had. So we kept at some point, my husband was just following me like, okay. Because the man was like, is this what you want? I said, yes, I'm sure. I've prayed over it. Let's go ahead and sell this one. My husband would say, how do we sell this? I say, let's go ahead and sell it. It's the right time. God is involved. I just love my husband because he believed so much in me. Even when those dreams, even when everything I was saying was not making sense to him. But when I give him the right reason, we're always plotting the graph, we're always drawing. In the night, you see us carry book looking at 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Lots of things were going on, and it was not making sense at some point. But getting God involved was the only thing that made sense at some point. Even as we are in the UK now, our accommodation, I've done a video on how we got accommodation and all that. It's going on well. What do you have to say to people that are planning to come to the UK? Please, that voice, ignore it. I have a baby in the house.
Having a plan to come over to the UK is a good one, but you really have to be prepared for what it entails, because I'm sure you will be dissuaded.
Yeah.
If not by advisors, maybe by finance, as the case will be. So you really have to be careful how you go about this whole journey, UK journey thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I always tell people that it's a very good plan.
Yeah.
Because at the end you will have no regrets about it. My brother, they can speak this one for broken. My sister. Once you land here, see the system, you will happy say you made that worker.
Yeah.
And worker where you don't ever regret. So if you have to get out of the country to come over here,
start now. Start talking it. Don't keep saying it. Keep believing it, because it's worth it at the end.
And it's achievable.
Yes.
It's very achievable. Let nobody deceive you.
Yeah.
It's achievable.
It's achievable. Just put your mind to it and make sure you hold. In fact, you have to hold your partner's hand all through the process. When you start doing this process, some days you people will not agree, some days you will disagree. Yeah. By the end of the day, just go back and pray and ask God to bring peace. You know, without understanding and love, you will not be able to finish up the race. That's the truth. So we just I don't have so much to say now again. Maybe in another video we'll be able to tell you guys how we are getting on, the new life and all of that. But I just decided to do this video with my husband so that we can just talk about some of the challenges we faced. We've not even said so much.
Not at all.
It's looking so small now, like it's like how many minutes, but this took almost 2 years. What we went through took like almost 2 years. But today, how many minutes is this video? We're compressing everything, but trust me, it was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. It is not easy.
Indeed.
It wasn't easy. So if you are planning to japa, you have to think it through. Make sure you're praying. Make sure you agree with your partner. Make sure you're putting in your best. Is that fine? So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming on this doing this one with me. I will see you guys. We'll see you guys in our next video, and thank you for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, we'll tell them something.
If you have not subscribed, you're on a long thing.
You're on a long thing.
See the subscribe button below.
Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe for.
Touch it.
Touch it. Go ahead and touch it.
Now, touch it.
Okay, so you get to see more of these videos, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for your lovely comments. If you have questions, you can drop it as well. If you have contributions as well, you can drop it. But we're going to end this video at this point. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye.